Hello, YouTube. Luigi here. I'm here to talk about what I consider the world's best craft utility knife, ergonomic Japanese knife called the OLFA, OLFA. I went online because I wanted to research the company. I knew very little about them. In 1956, Mr. Yoshio Okada was the first guy to come up with a snap-off blade. And you see the striations in the blade. When the tip gets dull, you snap it off and you keep extending it out and extending it out. There's a great deal of life to these. Okay? And that's a good thing. He was also the first guy to come up with a rotary cutter. You know, like a pizza cutter, except it's for paper. And we all know how good the Japanese are with blades and edges. What inspired him, apparently, was the way people would break off segments of a chocolate bar. Think of like a Hershey's bar. And he would analyze the snapped edges of broken glass. And this is what gave him the idea for a snap-off blade. If you look at his logo, the parallelograms there in the OLFA, that's the parallelograms of the striations here on the blade. So that's at least a nice piece of graphic design. I've got three sizes here for you. This is the 9mm, this is the 18mm, and this I just got, it's the 25mm, a bit heavier duty. This is what I was introduced to in the early 80s, late 70s. This has been around a while. I didn't know they came in other sizes. But this size, because of its, see how it bends? I can use this to carve concave surfaces when I'm carving styrofoam. And I've gone through plenty of these blades. Plenty of them. They slide in, they slide out. Let's look at this one. This one you can lock down with this turning ratchet. Push the blade out, pull the blade in. When I have a fuller blade, a longer blade, I can cut through 2-inch styrofoam with this knife. I've done it a million times. The blades are exceedingly thin. These are excellent cutters. Excellent cutters. And there's a... Ow! I'm going to lose a finger here before the night's over. Now this one I just got. I've never even used it. This is the 25mm. I call these utility and craft blades, and I don't mean to say that they're strictly light duty. Obviously, this thinner one is, but this should not replace a a heavier utility knife. And I would never, even though you could, I would never use one of these for cutting drywall because the dust is going to get in this track and just gunk everything up. So even though you could cut drywall and maybe a lot of other things with this, I really wouldn't do that. So apparently they come in different locking mechanisms. I did not know this. There's an auto lock, which means it locks itself into preset dents. I think that's what this is. And it's not going to move on you during normal heavy duty sort of use. There's the ratchet lock, which I think is this one. You can hear the ratchet. You can push it out anywhere you want and just crank it down, then it's good and solid. And you can also lock it shut. And they have another one called the locking slide. This might be it. This is so new to me, I don't know how to use it. Yeah, you have to push it down to slide. I don't know. So I thought I would try to show you how to change the blade. I buy these by the billions, these because the 9mm, because I go through them by the billions. Here's a brand new blade. Okay. I don't know why it has that notch on the end there, but it does. All right, there's our blade. And for you people, you press down on here and pull this out. And then you press down on here and retreat, go backwards until the entire blade comes out. take your new blade. I'm trying to do this in the camera screen. Put that little bump in that little hole. Slide it back in. So you hear that. And then put this back in. And there you go. It's as simple as that. Now, of course, you know, when you get like the Stanley or the DeWalt or the Cobalt or all the other utility knives that take the other blades, and I got a whole bunch of these kind of blades, that's sort of like this, where if the blade gets dull, you flip it around. Blade gets dull again, you throw it away. Except this happens a lot faster, the snap-off part of it. Yeah. I like them. They're good. They're easy to... I've actually sharpened... I was going through so many of these. I've actually sharpened these on a steel and brought them back. Because when I cut styrofoam, it just really, really does a job on the edge. So, there you go. OLFA. Been around since 1956. They're great ergonomics in the hand. I just got the big one, and I'm looking forward to putting it through its paces. But like I say, when you extend that blade and you want to cut a 2-inch sheet of styrofoam, you've got the length to do it in a pass or two. You know, you got enough blade there. And again, like the others, it's really thin. These are wonderful cutters. And with all tools like this, be careful, okay? At the end of the day, we want you to have all your fingers. I think it's a good-looking logo. I think it's well designed. I think it emulates the striations on the blade. And they've been around for a long time. OLFA, Japanese. You know, I thought they were Swedish for the longest time, but I just learned they're... And you can buy these anywhere. They don't have to be OLFA blades, but they're OLFA replacement blades for sure. There are other people make snap-off knives. There's no question. But this is the original, and for my money, this is the most ergonomic. Okay? All right, everybody. I hope I introduced you to something new. OLFA knife. God bless you. I love you all. Take good care. And pick yourself up a knife and have fun with it. Do something creative with it. That's what tools are for. Okay. Bye-bye.